There's a lot of people working on a new phone. We'll see. I used to kick Android under the bus. I said I'd never get one of them motherfucking phones again. I have been using the iPhone. I don't know. It looks like we may have live streaming working. Can anyone confirm? I lost a lot of important friends during that. So we don't know who was responsible, but we're not going to do that. Tonight is going to be a night of resolutions and peace. Worldwide. Say worldwide. Worldwide. I said there's a lot of people out there worldwide that they can all benefit from this experience of the ushering in of 2020, which is to me, is pretty much the clearinghouse from a numerology standpoint. I'm trying to do the New Year's Rockin' Eve. I've had some limited success with my business stuff, and it's one of those things you just can't push on people. You start pushing on people and you can have a lot of problems. So in this particular case, what I did was get everything together. Try to get everything working and consecrate, because it's like 6 hours to the new year in 2020. I mean, our army turns 245 next year. My Dodge Ram 74 turns 45 next year. Our highway is 45. The degrees in which you put your feet when you stand upon the footpaths at the United States Army or the United States Marine Corps are at 45-degree angles. When you are at the position of attention, do you understand me? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? So, with that said, I'm hoping for a prosperous new year. I've had a lot of problems. Chronic cyber attacks have been plaguing me for 5 years. This was before Trump. And probably before Trump was born, if you can wrap your mind around that. I'm not trying to, downgrade anything, but I left a couple of Easter eggs. Watch out for those. I mean, they never know. Really, spy, surveillance, electronic, rape state. Well, it has been for the past 44 years, some say. And I'm not bashing any of the previous presidents. And I'm not bashing our current president, because we're all part of the slosh magoo that makes the world flesh and meat. Flesh and meat. No more than this fucking piece of turkey right here. Just flesh and meat. So I decided I would go out. I encourage you to go over a few of these resolutions, and I want you to hold them to me like a chain around my leg. Period. No violence. I've been beefing with Zuckerberg and some of the codes and some of the things I've been looking at. It indicates to me if he slays me, I slay him. All this type of stuff goes down. The world's going into chaos. Some saying that's what they want. So I decided to stand up and say, I'm no longer pursuing violent ends. These men have put me in these positions as the only way I know to defend myself. The cops don't help. The crooks don't help. No one helps. The lawyers don't do shit. And after a while, I began to build a bond, and then I come for you. And I don't want to come for you. I know they can come for me. I can come for you. I don't want to come for you. And that's why I decided, just like the porn industry, I'm tired of coming for you. I'm tired of performing. I'm tired of all that. And it goes away. 20. Izzy Tyler, what about the fucking beers, man? What about the drugs? What about the women? I said, well, we're going to get into some of that. The drugs and the booze is something that I've been fighting long and hard for. And might I add, the women are another thing that I've been fighting long and hard for. But I wanted to separate the two because it's a vice type thing. The women are really getting the shaft, and they're getting fucked, and I have to. It's my, whether I like it or not, I have to be a good steward of women, females of all types, even the transgenders. Or, I mean, I don't give a gosh darn husky fuck. You know me, hopefully. And watch out, because they be trying to fuck me over. I really don't get off on some of that shit. Now you're going to get some of that, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if I've got to fight motherfuckers off in the arena of arenas, you know, things happen out here in cyberspace. You can figure it out. It's been hell. It's been terrible. Getting overworked isn't you know, you got to have a bit of a passion, but we're not going to go there. Forgiving the people is paramount, because I believe, I want y'all to check out a guy. One of the New Year's resolutions. Can we say New Year's resolution? Speech towards people with ethnic, period. I don't give a damn if he's a Ruski, if he's a fucking Turk, if he's a fucking Muslim, he's a fucking Jew, he's a fucking Hindu, he's a fucking white, he's a Gaelic, fucking Nord, Australian, Chilean, I don't know, Mexican, you know, it's one of those things where we got to solve this, people. I'm working on something. The more I work on it, it gets dangerous. People can hurt me, and a lot of people get like that, and it's a long, long period, buddy. I mean, it is nothing you want to be a part of. I tell you that much. And honestly, I just, kind of like the Grateful Dead, the dire wolf. Um, I kind of found myself in this corner. It's not like I wanted to be in this corner. It just kind of happened that way. But now that the live is working, one begs the question, what was wrong with the other phone? And we're not going to go into that. I've got to repair that phone. A lot of this has to do with me and the negligence. I think there's a lot of negligence. As some of you know, I'm a disabled man. And I told y'all I'm not going to go into some of the cryptic letters. It's not to be discussed. It's private, to be discovered. But in regards to what I'm dealing with here is a situation where I don't know what I'm going to actually do, because I don't want to make anyone jealous and I don't want to make anyone angry. And it seems anytime I move anywhere, people get angry, and I try to be humble and be nothing and be little. And it's like, I don't want to hurt nobody. But you got to understand one thing. I have to serve you. For me to free my soul. If that makes any sense. I'm bound. Time is ticking. It's like Chev Chilios. Any of y'all like Chev Chilios? Fucking Crank. You ever seen Crank? Go check out Crank and Chev Chilios. And shout out to Hoper G and Hayden. They were good people. And a lot of times things happened, but they were good people. And shout out to John Nicholas and Atlanta Catherine, Bobby Rogers. I hate to throw those names out there. Oh, Jimmy Steve. Because, there's a lot of railroad ties out there. You do a lot of things when you're young that you don't think about. And when time flies by over the course of decades and more, people change. And that is the pinnacle and the cusp of what I'm working on to deliver is, if y'all do that, y'all are going to get really jammed in the reciprocal. But if you keep going with it, it can also work to break the chains. So, I really don't dig a lot of people all up on me. I could enjoy the funding, but Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and the AT&T people and the Twitter people, there's a lot of people that they've really, I'm not attacking them, but their systems have been fucked. And I've said some fucked up things, and things have gotten violent. Not physically yet. We haven't gone there. I decided looking at the history and after the storm chasing and all that, that we're going to let that ride 2020, because who am I to condemn them on the way they stalk and hurt me and hook me for crimes they did so long ago, so minuscule to crimes in the scope the way they hurt me and my people and my country. So minuscule. So it has to be done through honesty and integrity. I hate to say that, but they know. In the words of Shouty Low, they know. They know. So hold true to yourself. 2020, what I'm working on, no hurting animals. Like, no, I mean, you can do what the fuck you want to do. I mean, sometimes animals got to get hurt. You know, what happened about the slaughterhouse and shit. You know what I mean? We talk about is that blood on our hands. And it's like, well, the blood is, and we don't know. And that's what I'm trying to look into. And people don't like that kind of talk. And as for me, it's like the blood is running very thick between the beef and some of these bastards. And I'm just like, I'm out, man. I would literally rather be down dead. I can't hate and condemn some of these people anymore. I just can't. And I hope that you all try to take that type of forgiveness approach. Because the only way you can get better, listen to some Tim Cook. Tim Cook, Apple guy. Listen to him. He says, make the world better than you left it, in a way. Now, I do a lot of some metaphysical stuff and teachings, and I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. And it's always a growing experience, and I strongly urge you. I strongly urge you, try to avoid knee-jerk reactions. Knee-jerk reactions. Like, as soon as something bad happens, it's time to fucking freak out. I do that shit all the time, and it's sometimes a really hard place for me to be. And when I do this, when I'm in that environment, as a child, I mean, you get tortured. You don't have a choice as a child. It's 18 years of torture. It's torture to me. And it was nice at sometimes, but it's still torture. I'm not able to provide for myself, so it's torture. I have to be able to, but I have to uphold the regimens of the times. You understand what I'm getting at? You wouldn't want to be fucking with me now, would you? So, another thing I want to talk to you about is your name, rank, and serial number. Why you're watching this video, because I've heard some people get smoked for watching videos, and then gang members, they get the RICO Act, and then there's a lot of rape culture, and we're not going to try to get into that, but when things are going on like that, I mean, you really got to keep a fucking eye out, because you guys got to stick together. They're going to fuck your holes. That's the main goal, is to fuck the holes. I mean, get real. and they'll get it done by any means. And if they're not trying, if that's not the goal, to fuck all holes, then you need to be riding their jock strap and finding out, hey, is this motherfucker really talking about what he's talking about? Or is this guy right here some kind of two-faced guy? Is he some kind of cynocelluloid? You know what I'm digging at? The, but we're only going to work tired of myself, though. And I hope you work on some things. I want you to look into my things. I want you to subscribe. And if you need any coaching, if you're in the Mississippi area or anywhere, you can check me out, midsouthmedia.net. And don't forget, there's they'll try to get you. You know, they're all the turkeys. That's what all the turkeys say. There's only one of me, baby. Next thing you know, you can get one of these coming at you. And you gonna suck you dry. I'm bullshitting. I'm gonna check out that Sibby's Good Food, Dead Kennedys, and then Rage Against the Machine, Guerrilla Radio. And I want everybody to have an attitude towards global peace. The little man. Well, step. If that's your attitude, man, roll with it. There's a time and a place for it, I'm sure. And I can't judge anybody for doing it. Because sometimes when it's time to step on people, you know, it's time to step on people. Sometimes when it's time to flush the toilet, it's time to flush the toilet, you know. When it's time to cut the lights, it's time to cut the lights. Come on now, you bastard. Watch out for people behind the scenes. They'll fuck you up worse than anybody. All right, are you still with me? We got 5 minutes left. Take care of your siblings and your immediate family. Be their strengths where they have weaknesses. Work as team players. You know, I was mentored by a coach, and the man, you can hate him. He's a really radical guy. I mean, even by my standards, no shit, he's a radical guy. He taught me really how to think outside of myself, and I'm trying to impart some of that in a Quicken, because you'll really need it. You'll be able to get a lot down in a Quicken, and you can work with me. Like I said, my only ask, learn from Jesus Christ. Learn from Adolf Hitler. Stow the violence 2020. Let's work together on this. If you don't bond, look at the ants. You know, look at some of the animals, you know, I mean, look at the chain. It's you'll find some damage along the way, and you know, all the gore hounds, they're torturing women and torturing little boys, cutting little arrowheads off, you know. But you know, skull fucking babies, but you know, right through the soft spot. This shit's really going down, man. You know, there's just too many meats. There's too many meats, and a lot of people, they're just not. They're shiftless bastards, and I can't deal with these shiftless bastards. They're a bunch of fucking, you know, dragastic cunts. What they'll do is run along and do the same type of thing. And they got these strings deep inside of their body. You know what I'm saying? They're locked in a zone, and they may or may not be aware of it, but getting out of that zone and providing immediate security for them and their family might, to me, is the American dream. You know, it's climbing that hill. You got to get that prize. And that prize that we're going after, I'm like, I see the prize. We've got to get this fucking prize. We can do it. But there's a set of rules and regulations, it seems, and a lot of them, you know, they just don't want to dig it. And I just don't want to dig it either, because if they can't hang with the donkey, you know, and say, we got 1 minute left. Questions? I can't see anything. This is a new 45 seconds. Thirty seconds. All right.